Have you ever noticed that you can get through your day? You go to work, you take care of your family, cross things off your to-do list, show up for everyone else, smile when people ask you how you're doing, and somehow you just keep going. But the moment life slows down, you are absolutely exhausted. Your digestion acts up. You cannot sleep. You feel very anxious. Your body starts to ache. You don't feel like yourself anymore. So here is the question I want you to think about today. Are you actually healthy, or have you simply become really good at surviving? I know that's a big question, but it is one that completely changed the way I think about health. Hi, I'm Prajakta. I am a registered dietitian, gut health expert, and a holistic healer with over 20 years of experience. I help people heal their digestion, balance their hormones, and restore their sense of well-being by looking beyond symptoms and addressing the root causes of illness. Over the next several weeks, we are going to explore how your nervous system, mineral balance, gut health, and daily habits all work together to support your healing. If that is something you are interested in, you are in the right place. The biggest lesson I have learned over the last 2 decades is this: healing doesn't begin with the perfect diet. Healing begins when your body feels safe. Yes, that is true. After working with hundreds of clients, I have realized something surprising. Many people who look healthy on the outside are actually living in survival mode inside. And there is a huge difference between surviving and truly thriving. So, what does surviving actually look like? Let's talk about that first. Most people imagine survival mode as constant panic or overwhelming stress, but that is not always what it looks like. Sometimes survival mode looks incredibly successful. You are the person everyone depends on. You are responsible. You are reliable. You get things done. You rarely ask for help. People admire how much you can handle. From outside, everything looks perfect. But inside, your nervous system never really gets a chance to rest. You're always thinking about the next task, your next deadline, your next responsibility, the next problem to solve. Your mind is always on, and after a while, that begins to feel normal. I see this pattern over and over again in my practice. The high achiever who believes slowing down means falling behind. A parent who spends all day taking care of everyone else but never makes time to care for themselves. The caregiver who feels guilty every time they rest. The people pleaser who says yes to everyone because saying no feels very uncomfortable. The person who stays busy every minute of the day because being still feels very unfamiliar. Maybe you see yourself in one of those examples, or maybe you see a little bit of yourself in all of them. The truth is, many of us have become as good at surviving that we don't even realize we are doing it. Here is something that's important to understand. Your nervous system doesn't only respond to physical danger, it also responds to ongoing emotional stress, constant pressure, perfectionism, worry, unresolved life experiences, never feeling like you are doing enough, always putting yourself last. Over time, your nervous system learns to adapt. It learns to stay alert. It learns to expect the next challenge. And after months or even years of living that way, surviving starts to feel normal, even when it is absolutely exhausting. The problem is that when your body believes it's constantly under stress, it shifts its priorities. Instead of focusing on healing, it focuses on protection. And that is when we often begin seeing symptoms. Symptoms such as digestive problems, hormonal imbalances, constant fatigue, poor sleep, brain fog, low energy, feeling wired but tired. Your body is not working against you. It's doing exactly what it was designed to do. It is trying to protect you. Yes, this is true. As a registered dietitian, I used to believe that food was the answer to almost everything. And please don't get me wrong, nutrition is incredibly important. The food that you eat provides the building blocks your body needs to heal. But over the years, I have learned that healthy food alone is not always enough. You can eat an amazing diet, take high quality supplements, exercise regularly, and still struggle with symptoms if your nervous system does not feel safe. Think about trying to repair your home while the fire alarm is constantly ringing. It is very hard to focus on rebuilding when your brain thinks there is still danger. Our bodies work in a very similar way. This is one of the reasons I use hair tissue mineral analysis, or what we call as HTMA, in my practice. Now I want to be clear here. HTMA does not diagnose trauma, and it doesn't tell me what happened in someone's life, but it often gives me valuable clues about how the body has adapted to long-term stress. For example, I may see mineral pattern that suggests the body has shifted into an energy conserving state. Instead of spending energy on repair and healing, the body is actually prioritizing protection and survival. One pattern I sometimes see is called calcium shell. In simple terms, it is a pattern where calcium accumulates in the tissues, and it's often associated with a slower metabolic rate and a nervous system that has been under prolonged stress. Some people with this pattern describe feeling emotionally shut down, disconnected, or simply numb, while others may experience fatigue, constipation, cold intolerances, and very low motivation. Other times, I see very low sodium and potassium on HTMA, which can reflect a body that's struggling to respond to stress. These patterns don't tell us someone's story, but they help us understand how their physiology has adapted over time. And that's powerful. Why? Because instead of asking, "What's wrong with me?" we can begin asking, What has my body been trying to protect me from? That question changes the conversation completely. So, how do you know if you might be living in survival mode? Ask yourself these questions. Do you feel tired even after full night's sleep? Do you feel guilty when you rest? Is it difficult for you to sit still without reaching for your phone or thinking about your to-do list? Do you feel like you always have to be productive? Does your digestion get worse during stressful times? Do you rely on caffeine just to get through your day? Do you have trouble relaxing even when there is nothing urgent to do? If you answered yes to several of those questions, your body may be asking for something very different than another diet or another supplement. It may simply be asking for safety. So the question is, where do you begin? You do not have to completely change your life overnight. Healing often begins with very small moments. Before you eat, take one slow, deep breath. Maybe step outside for 5 minutes without your phone. Notice when you are rushing through your day. Ask yourself, am I safe right now? Give yourself permission to rest without feeling like you have to earn it. And of course, don't forget the basics. Eat regular meals. Stay well hydrated. Nourish your body with enough protein and mineral-rich foods. Your nervous system needs nourishment just as much as your muscles do. Small, consistent changes help send your body an important message that you are safe. And when your body begins to believe that, healing becomes possible. I want to leave you with one final thought. Your body is not broken. It's been doing its best to protect you. The symptoms you are experiencing are not signs that your body has failed you. They are signals. They are your body's way of asking for support. Remember, healing doesn't begin with doing more. Healing begins when your body finally feels safe. If this video resonated with you, I would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell me which survival habit you are ready to let go of. And if you are realizing that your body has been stuck in survival mode, I have something special coming for you. Beginning August 24th, I am launching my Healing Begins with Safety series, which is a 40-day guided journey designed to help you calm your nervous system, move out of survival mode, and create the internal environment your body needs to heal. Each day includes a short practical video with simple tools that you can begin using right away. If that sounds like something you need, I will share more details in coming weeks. So make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss anything. And if you found this video helpful, please like and share it with someone who might need to hear this message today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Thanks.